This is Shreya and welcome to News World. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on July 3 made a surprise visit to Ladakh. The Prime Minister was accompanied by Chief of Defence Staff CDS General Bipin Rawat and Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravani. He reached Nimmo early morning and interacted with Army, Air Force and ITBP personnel. PM was briefed by senior officers at a forward position in Nimmo amid ongoing tension with China. Any kind of escalation from either side should be avoided on the border, China said on Friday, July 3, after Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a surprise visit to Leh and Ladakh and was briefed by senior officers in Nimmo amid ongoing tensions with China. Gunmen attacked the Pakistani Stock Exchange building in the city of Karachi today and 4 assailants were killed, police said. The gunmen attacked the building with grenades and guns, Pakistani media reported. The building is in a high security zone and also houses the head offices of many private banks. In India, the Western Railway will add 40 additional suburban services to the existing 162 services currently running on the Mumbai suburban section with effect from today. A total of 202 services will now be running on WR suburban section. Meanwhile, all normal activities will be allowed in Dehradun between 5 am and 8 pm every day starting today, according to the Dehradun District Magistrate. The lockdown on Saturdays will no longer be in place, but on Sundays there would be a weekly lockdown, the DM said. Modi's address will come in the backdrop of India banning 59 apps from China and the country witnessing constant rise in number of COVID-19 cases. This would be Modi's 6th address to the nation since the outbreak of pandemic. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the nation on 30th June at 4 pm, said the Prime Minister's office late Monday evening. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has asked President Donald Trump to issue executive order necessitating wearing masks amid the coronavirus pandemic. While Trump continues to violate all norms necessary to prevent the spread of coronavirus, Cuomo has urged him to do 2 things: sign an executive order directing everyone to wear a mask akin to what New York did 2 months ago, and the president should also wear a mask. The New York governor called on Trump during his press conference to follow in other states' footsteps and direct everyone to wear a mask through an executive order. Let the president lead by example and let the president put a mask on it, he said, while adding, it is time to wake up America. The White House has been in denial on coronavirus from the get-go and the federal response has just been wrong. That's not a political statement. If you look at the facts, that's exactly what it says. Cuomo also questioned how we are at this point as a nation where we still haven't done the simple, easy, minimal step of saying you must wear a mask while you're in public. Cuomo also said that the rush to reopen the economy at this juncture will not help the economy. This was not a smart policy to rush reopening. It did not help the economy. It's the exact opposite.
Hey everyone, I Kritika Saxena welcome you to the News World. Today's update. Unlock 2.0 Nationwide lockdown extended till 31st July. Terming it Unlock 2.0, the centre on Monday extended the nationwide lockdown till 31st July but granted further relaxations in areas outside the containment zones. Domestic flights and passenger train services that had been permitted in a limited manner since June 1st as a part of Unlock 1 will be further expanded in a calibrated manner. The centre said as it issued guidelines for the next round of the nationwide lockdown, restrictions on running schools and colleges, metro train services will continue while limited international travel will be permitted under the Vande Bharat mission. As India witnessed the 6th consecutive day of steep single-day spikes in COVID-19 cases with 19,459 new cases on Monday, the centre continued restrictions in containment areas and permitted limited relaxations in the ongoing effort to reopen the economy. Apart from the expansion of domestic flights and passenger train services, the other major change since Unlock 1 that lasted from June 1st to 30th was a marginal relaxation in the night curfew hours that were pushed back by an hour and will remain in effect from 10 pm to 5 am now. Restrictions on metro rail, cinema halls, gymnasiums, swimming pools, entertainment parks, theatres, bars, auditoriums, assembly halls, and social political gatherings like various religious functions and the other congregations will remain in force. These activities will be reviewed after an assessment of the situation. However, with the rise in cases nationwide, government sources said they are unlikely to be opened up in the next month.
Team India senior player R. Ashwin has sought justice for the bereaved family of Tamil Nadu shopkeeper Jairaj 63 and his son Phoenix 31, who were allegedly killed in police custody in Thoothukudi district of the state. Ashwin took to Twitter on Friday night and said, "Every single life matters. We should make sure that this act of brutality is meted out with justice, and I'm not sure justice will be any solace for the family of #Jairaj and Phoenix, and my thoughts are with them." The cricketer from Chennai also added, "Hopefully we will value lives more than just hashtags and sincerely hope this is the last one of those hashtags we may ever have to use. #Justice for Jairaj and Phoenix." Earlier, more than 1,000 people of Santankulam town in Thoothukudi district staged a dharna seeking justice on Tuesday. Family of the deceased and the traders have suspected police torture for the death of the duo. #Justice for Jairaj and Phoenix trended on social media after people from across fields joined in online protests for accountability from the state police. Apart from Ashwin, star badminton player Jwala Gutta and cricketer Shikhar Dhawan have already joined the protest by taking to Twitter. Saroj Khan dies at 71. Shah Rukh Khan remembers his first genuine teacher in the film industry. Saroj Khan, the 3-time National Award winner choreographer, has died at 71. She was known for breathing life into many iconic film songs such as Ye Ishq Hai and Hawa Hawai. Stars such as Kareena Kapoor, Madhuri Dixit and Amitabh Bachchan have all paid tribute. 3-time National Award winner, veteran Bollywood choreographer Saroj Khan passed away due to cardiac arrest on early Friday morning. She was 71. According to Times Now, Khan passed away due to cardiac arrest. She was admitted to Guru Nanak Hospital in Bandra last Saturday after she complained of breathing issues. The mandatory COVID-19 test done at the hospital showed a negative result. Amitabh Bachchan sent out a tweet on Friday morning, writing, "Hands are folded, heart uneasy," sending out prayers without naming Khan.
We are coming up with new updates regarding Sooryavanshi movie. Karan Johar still a part of Akshay Kumar Sooryavanshi. There were rumors that Karan Johar's name has been dropped from the film. Karan Johar, who has produced Rohit Shetty's Sooryavanshi starring Akshay Kumar in the lead role, is still a part of the film. Bollywood trade analyst Taran Adarsh in his latest tweet revealed that contrary to the rumors that are doing around on social media, Karan Johar is still a part of the film. Important news doing the rounds of Karan Johar not being part of the Sooryavanshi is untrue, clarifies Reliance Entertainment, tweeted Taran Adarsh. On Wednesday, there were rumors that the film's director Rohit Shetty and the lead actor Akshay Kumar have dropped Karan Johar and Dharma Productions' share from the film.
The CW reportedly wants Arrow's Stephen Amell back for a cameo. The story of Oliver Queen on Arrow just came to a finish earlier this year, but the CW is already thinking of bringing the character back for a cameo. The Green Arrow of Star City ultimately got his swan song and bowed out as the hero who saved the multiverse from the threat of Anti-Monitor. But since the Arrowverse is all about resurrecting dead characters and having them cameo across the other stories, it's not surprising to learn that the network wants to do the same with Oliver. Of course, it's also worth mentioning that there isn't much holding the Crusader of Star City back from making an appearance. Granted, Oliver did sacrifice himself to birth the universe anew, but after becoming the Spectre, he's essentially a godlike figure much like the Monitor, so it is hard to imagine that he'd forsaken his heavenly life with Felicity to go back and help his friends out in a time of need. Apparently not, as that's exactly what the CW is planning to do. According to sources close to We Got This Covered, the same ones that told us Kevin Conroy would be portraying Kingdom Come Batman during Crisis and an Arrow spin-off is in the works, both of which were true. The network wants Stephen Amell to return for a cameo in the Arrowverse. While we don't have all the details just yet, Oliver would apparently come back in the next major crossover event, whenever that may be, and his return will somehow involve Barry Allen. Amell's cameo tying it to the Flash would certainly make sense. Barry and Oliver never had a chance to say a proper goodbye to each other after all, and we know losing one of his best friends had a toll on the former. So better to come back and encourage the fastest man alive in his hour of need. In any case, the next big crossover event may be a ways off, but fans of Arrow will be glad to hear that their favorite villain might be returning to the small screen one last time.
For more updates, do like, share and subscribe News World and give